Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 3 of this Let's Play series. We are stockpiling a little bit of food and some goldenrod tea. Probably going to kill a little bit of time here waiting on 4 a.m. to come so we can make that run for the airdrop that dropped yesterday. Sorting a few things out here. Tell you what, so we have 79 arrows. We could go ahead and give our point out to Sexual Tyrannosaurus. Want to do that. And we need to get our construction tools on up to get concrete mixing available. We do need to get some clay. That is one thing that we're short on. If we look at the map here, we have some clay right next to the house we're in. Of course, it's all over. And that airdrop was somewhere right in this vicinity up here. Not really sure. I think because we left the game and came back, the marker went away. We may actually bypass that first airdrop to go to the hardware store and the Shamway tomorrow, being that those are pretty difficult to loot because we have to kill off all the zombies first before we can actually go in and loot them. The zombies just seem to keep spawning and spawning like they did yesterday. But we need to look ahead potentially for what we could do to make a base or something to hold the zombies off on day 7. Maybe later in the game is not quite as big of an issue. Early game, though, the way the new mechanics work is that the horde will continue to come at us for the entire duration of the evening, so we don't get a break. That's going to make it a little tricky for us starting out. We could kind of glitch it out, and run away from it or hide underground or whatever. I'm absolutely going to do everything that I can to fight that first horde, even if I have to use cobblestone to create a base with. We're gonna do all that we can to try to fight that first horde. So we did get our 1 point back that we lost of wellness from getting hit by the zombies. I'll tell you what we can do right now. We're going to put our beer in on our belt. We're going to make some stone axes. How many can we make? We can make 36. That will use up pretty much all of the stone we have. It's not a real big deal, but let's throw the plant fiber back in there. We'll leave the water here as well. Try to get these leveled up just a slight bit while we're killing some time. I probably should have waited to start the video, but I didn't want you all to miss out on any time what I'm doing here, so you get a better idea, especially if you are new to the game and watching this. Give you a good idea of how to go about approaching this. Now, in prior alphas, I would throw all of these stone axes out. I would actually put them in a chest, destroy the chest, shift clicking them over. Now we can scrap these and get some of the resources back. So, as you can see down here, you're going to get 3 stone for every one of these that I scrap. So we'll just let these things craft. We still have 21 to go. Probably shift click some of them over into the chest. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get some of this stuff sorted out now. so that we can do that. So we have pretty much everything we need to get a forge going. That's going to be a high priority here very soon. I want to get a forge up and kicking before we get too deep, much deeper into the game. This house, as you could see on that, with that screamer and the few zombies that were outside, they almost totally destroyed part of the house. And that was just a few zombies. So you imagine a 7-day horde comes through here, they're going to obliterate this house. So have to be, you know, very aware of what day it is and what we're getting done. Make sure we get at least some defenses up. If we're going to stay here, I don't think that I am going to. I think I'm going to go out and try to create a bunker of sorts somewhere, even if it is just a hole in the ground. We're going to try to get some form of a base that we can defend against that horde. So we have 3 of these left. We're going to scrap. It is now 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's almost time to take off. We're going to scrap the least of these. So we were completely out of stone, and by scrapping these stone axes, look at how much stone we were able to recoup. We'll have about 100 stone that we were able to recoup from scrapping all of these stone axes. We're going to make ourselves another bow, and we're going to scrap this one. And we're going to also make ourselves another wooden club. Nice. So we're already up to orange on those. So we did recoup 105 stone. That's nice as well. Could probably make ourselves a stone shovel. And there is the 4 a.m. signal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and try to get this hardware store and get the Shamway looted, and gather resources. We are right now really close to the brink of being too far behind to have anything ready for the 7-day horde. And I don't need to run any further behind than what we already are. So let's take a look at the map. The hardware store is there. Pretty quiet out here this morning. Not a lot of zombies wandering around. Oh, a hammer. Nice. Can absolutely use that, put that hammer to use. So here's another place. Remember I was telling you earlier about all of the leather couches? Here's another house that's just loaded down with those. So don't want to get too sidetracked. We'll have plenty of time to come back. I tell you what, I am going to check the sinks though. No wrenches. Okay, that's all right. Because we do need to get an engine eventually for our cement mixer. I've been very fortunate in the last couple times starting up a new game and getting that engine for the cement mixer out of the first 2 or 3 cars that I've scrapped. Let's see if I have the same fortune on this playthrough. Try to ease by any zombies. You know, it's so hard to pass up a deer when they are stuck like this. Probably be easier to go on the other side and whack them in the head, but there we go. So I am going to have an attractant on me now with the meat. It's hard to pass up a deer when he's just sitting there stuck in a fence. Let's see if we can get into this hardware with a minimal amount of resistance. Goodness. Tough zombie. I'll take that duct tape. More than thinking I'm going to get a bunch of, look at the calipers and the anvil in the first one. More than thinking I'm going to get some great loot out of this, I just want to get this on a cycle, a respawn cycle. Alright, some pickaxes. We can use those moving forward. We'll go ahead and scrap the hoe. Probably not going to grow any vegetables anytime soon. By the time we can, we should be able to make our own and of higher quality. I guess I'll go ahead and take that. I will scrap this hubcap. Yeah, I am sensed. Okay. Oh, look at that beautiful thing right there. A yellow wrench means that we can scrap some cars. Part of a nail gun. We have our tool and die set now. Boy, they have destroyed some of these crates. I guess there were zombies in here trying to get out. That's okay. At least we're not... we're on random gen. If you play Novice Game and you lose a working stiff crate, it really stinks because you don't... there's only only one that I know of on Novice Game. And of course, it's changed in Alpha 15. It could be more than one. For the most part, I think you're just limited to that one. So if you lose some crates in there, it's not good. But here, there's a massive amount, another wrench, and a good shovel. So those are the first steps we need to take in creating a base that's worthy of a 7-day horde. Our inventory is full. Let's see what I can get rid of. I don't really need this animal fat. Could go ahead and make some more arrows. Free up some space there. We can make 46. I'll go ahead and trash the eggs for the time being just to save some space as well. sometimes these file cabinets will have patterns, and I'm really looking for that. What are you doing, Mr. Deer? I'm really looking for that spike club pattern is what I would like to have. Spike club is my weapon of choice on this game over every other weapon. I prefer the spike club. I'll take that over any gun. Of course, guns are a lot of maintenance, as well as, you know, the resources that you're going to spend, the repair kits, and all of that stuff that goes into having a gun. The brass and the lead and the gunpowder. It's just very resource and time consuming. Not something I'm too interested in, especially early game. So is it going to be easier to break down a bar or the door? I tell you what, we'll take this, one of these pickaxes that we found. Oh, there he is. Let's see what we can do with our orange club now. Probably really should head back to, oh boy, we're drawing all kinds of attention now. Head back to the base and dump off all of these resources that we've picked up, and then we can come back to the Shamway, because I have a good feeling we're going to probably fill up our... He just jumped off the top of that building. We're going to fill up our inventory in the Shamway store with lots of things that we want to keep. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's make our way back to the base, our house. Because we just, looks like here we're just attracting so much attention. Maybe it'll clear out. Why I didn't mean to do that. Maybe it'll clear out just a bit before we go in and try to loot this place. I am enjoying all the experience I'm getting from these zombies, but I need to check behind me here. So I think I might drink a beer and get that stamina boost going. Also, do believe that beer makes you stun resistant now, so while we're fighting these zombies, might be a bonus on Horde Night to drink a beer as well. I'm going to try to take Big Boy out with some headshots. So we currently have 50 points to spend. It's another good thing about the shadows. I don't know if you noticed, but out of my peripheral, I could see the shadow of the zombie approaching me. That's how I knew to move around right there. All right, jar of honey. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to scrap these nails so we can make those pretty easily here. Hate to leave that gun, but we have so many guns that we're probably never going to use. disadvantage to having my inventory full and just remaining over here is that we cannot pick up things that we need that we see on these zombies. So that was a decent bit of experience that we just gained from killing off about a dozen zombies. I hear them destroying things inside this store. Oh, okay, so they opened it up for us. Beautiful. I still do believe, excuse me, I am going to head back to the base and drop off what we have picked up from the hardware store. A lot of useful items for working on getting our base created. So I'm going to leave you there, Mrs. Zombie, and I'm going to head back to the house. Make sure I'm heading the right direction. Normally, if I were a little ways away, I would just make a storage chest and throw it on the ground. We're close enough to the base that I can just run back. I keep referring to this as a base. This is really no more than just a house with a storage chest in it, but as good as we can get right now. Some area like right here would be ideal for a bunker of some sort, some open grassy area. But we absolutely need to get on resource gathering as well. More I'm kind of thinking about it here as I'm running around, the more I'm thinking, you know, I need to get a forge and get some tools going, and I need to, let's see here, let's shift click this all over. We're going to take the best pickaxe we have with us. And the best shovel. And this wrench. So we may scrap a car or two. I don't know if that's very necessary quite yet, but I certainly need to be thinking about getting that engine crafted here soon. So let's see, we need, let's see what we need for the bellows. We have everything we need. Then for the forge, we just need clay. So I say we go ahead and maybe make a stone shovel. Have one right here, nice. And you see me doing this, you see me hitting these stones instead of picking them up, and hitting the grass with my stone shovel, or my stone axe. I'm trying to level up construction tools by doing that. It's just an extra little bonus. By doing that, make sure we are undetected. Yes, we are. know why I'm doing this with a stone shovel when I had a real shovel right here. See, you all are not keeping me in check. You should have said something. You should have told me. Really need to get some forged iron going so that I can repair this shovel now that I have a real shovel. And we can dig out a small hole in the ground for some type of a bunker for the 7-day horde. So day 3, I feel like I'm a little bit behind where I should be. We do have a decent location in this town with most of the necessities, but I absolutely feel like I'm behind as far as preparing myself for the 7-day horde. And here is the plane for the airdrop. We have some beer on us to make that run for this one today. Hopefully it falls a little nearer than the one did yesterday. So let's take a look up in the sky. There it is right there. Look at it on the map. Okay, so it's towards the hub city, which is direction eventually we will move towards. But we're not going to be going over there anytime soon. Let's see if I can pop this deer while we're running. He moved. Not a big deal. Racing the deer. I hope that did not fall on water. It looks like this is possibly water ahead. Nope. Nice. Ooh, it's a pretty steep drop off. If we have to, we can take that road over there to come back. May even benefit us to make a base over here, outside the city, just a small, a short ways away from the city. That treasure chest is over here as well. Hey, Mr. Chicken, you're running the same way I'm running. How about that? It's a little drop off right there. So it was a little further away than I had anticipated. Oh, nice, some yucca. I'll take that. Oh, there's that chicken again. Chicken must be racing us to the airdrop. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, nice. Grab this yucca along the way. Yucca is good for stamina. As well as a bit of fullness. Let's see if we can't go around and get up here. Have to take out a zombie or two along the way. Come on, first aid kits and good patterns. Spike club. No. Gas can schematic is possibly useful. We'll take the rocket launcher parts just to build one to sell to a vendor, as they bring in a pretty good penny. Ooh, I don't want to break my leg. Ah, there's the chicken. We beat you to the airdrop, Mr. Chicken. Alright, got that chicken. Get some meat, feathers, maybe make a few more arrows. Okay, so I'm gonna get the yucca on my belt. Eat, get that stamina up. I'm gonna head back towards where our house is located. Maybe look at potentially starting to build some form of a base. Whatever form that might be, I'm not quite sure of yet. Usually those things are pretty situational or specific to the location I'm in and resources that I have available. We do have the shovel that we can utilize to dig up some clay and dig a hole in the ground. I think I'm going to take a forge and stick it out in the middle of the street. That way if those zombies cave that house in that we're in, we don't lose our forge as well. As we'll go ahead and make another stone axe. This was about to break. I never repair those. I was watching a gentleman play on a stream last night. He was just starting out, and he was repairing the stone axe that was like a level 10 or something, and you don't want to do that. You just want to go ahead and create a new one. And you know what? Since we have it, why not use it? Trick that I always do is switch over to your, because you get a bonus now for completing a task for experience towards that tool that you're using. So I get it right down at the end if I can remember to do it, and I use my construction tool, my stone axe, to finish it off. Nice. Some potassium nitrate, some coal. So we are going to need, goodness, we're going to need a lot of clay, plant fiber, going to need to make myself another club. The last one of these I'm going to destroy, and then I'll head on back to the base. Already 1600. I got a little spoiled with the 120-minute days that I was playing on. You get so much done with a 120-minute day. You go back to these 50-minute default days, and it's just not enough. Even on the server that I play on, I have 60-minute days on there, and that extra 10 minutes, it seems to make a huge difference. So I don't know if we can scale this or not. Let's see. Yeah, I believe that we can. Okay. How are we doing on arrows? We have 100, so... was being hunted. Let's see where that was from. We may find ourselves... I hear water. We may find ourselves working at nighttime at some point before this horde comes to ensure that we get everything done that we need to get done. Right now I'm going to go create a forge, and once I get that going, I'm going to come out and gather more resources, clay and some things like that, clay and wood. It's already 1700. So we don't have much time left to get all that done that we need to get done. Oh, look at that. Decomposing backpack. Scrap you. Boy, this house has seen better days. Dump off the things that we have here in our backpack. This chest is filling up quickly. We need to leave the clay on us because we're going to need that. We have our new wooden club. We're going to scrap this one. And we need a short iron pipe. We need our leather. Bellows. How many of those could we make? Just one more. That's fine. So get the bellows and then we can make the forge. And I guess we can use this coal to power the forge. It'll be a long time before I make gunpowder. We'll throw the raw iron in there and the leftover clay. Go ahead and take this pickaxe with us. So we're going to try to get a little bit more stone. Oh, that's not good. So I have been detected. She is just running around in circles. But I don't want her to. Hey, where are you going? Is there something over here I should know about? Well, let's I don't know where she was going, but it seemed important. Okay, so we have our bellows. Make that forge. It's going to take 48 seconds. That's 48 seconds of time that we could use to run over here. And boy, we thought we were struggling with screamers on the first day with no fire even. We really are going to have some screamers once we get that forge going. We're going to go find ourselves some clay. Matter of fact, let me take a look at the map. There's a big collection of it over this direction. So we're pretty good on food and water. I did not go back to that shamway. We'll wait on that because I'm starting to get a little anxious about the 7-day horde approaching, and we don't have any form of a defense yet for it. So I thought that I would just concentrate now on gathering the resources needed for some form of defense. Some wood for spikes. So we can make 213 of those. Let's see, where are the 50 pillars? Let's see. Let's just make 35 of those for the time being. We need to go get some more stone. We may just hang out over here for a makeshift bunker for the day 7 horde. And we'll see how it holds up with the... I'll be honest with you, for a lot of those 7-day hordes, I'll just try to camp out underground in a hole deep down in the ground or something. I don't try to take those on. I just try to pool up all my resources that have a decent bunker by day 21, 14, and so forth. So let's see, let's see where we are in relation to the town. House is right over there. That's such a good resource for clay right there. It's such a large, we'll leave that. See if we can find any more boulders after I take this one piece of this rock out. I may even try to take my chances outside tonight. And since we have this mining helmet, I may just hang out here. I have a couple wooden spikes I can throw down in front of me to slow them down if I get overwhelmed. But try to stay outside and work during the night. I mean, if we die, it's not that big of a deal. I prefer not dying, but if we do, it's not going to be the end of the world. What's going to be the end of the world is if we don't have a decent form of defense for that 7-day horde. Need to go ahead and get this forge placed. I think I will put it in the street over here. Looks like I am freezing, so I probably need to go ahead and knock these quests out and create some plant fiber clothing. We'll go ahead and stop that production so we can get these crafted. Not good. Not good at all. We are bleeding for the first time. We used that bandage. Good thing we had collected a couple of those. Okay, so let's get this going. Wear these clothes first. warm us up. We'll scrap that. Put this coal in here for fuel. And let's start smelting this iron. And we'll do the whole 1,000 stack of clay. There we go. Now, we'll have something to repair our shovel with. Need to go ahead and make some more cobblestone. How are we doing on arrows? We're still good on arrows. Let's see. So I think I will take the chance to stay out at night. I know it's probably not a wise thing to do. I'm not, I don't really have any decent armor or weapons to defend myself, but being that we are so close to approaching that 7-day horde without proper defenses, we're going to try to lay something out right now, a rough idea of what we could do for the horde. So a 3x3 hole. Two, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this may be the beginning of our bunker for the 7-day horde. Hopefully we do not get trapped in here tonight with some zombies. Need to go over and get some forged iron going as well so we can repair our shovel and keep it up maximum efficiency for what it is. Perhaps start making some more. Of course, we're not going to be able to make any that are that high of quality, but this certainly doesn't have to be anything fancy or large. Just needs to be some place that we can hold up during that horde and stand a chance. Because as it is now, we do not stand a chance in that house. We stand even less of a chance just running around in the street with the poor quality items that we have. Everything is going to have to be cobblestone. They made it a lot more difficult. If you watch my playthrough for Alpha 14, I was able to get cement very early in the game. Now they make it a little more difficult for you to get that by day 7. I think I was able to at least create some concrete pillars by day 7 before. It's not going to happen this time, this playthrough. So we'll make do with what we have, and that's kind of the fun of the game, is that it's just so random. You never know what you're going to have by day 7 or 14 or 21. You just have to make work what you have. A bit of MacGyver. Take some sticks and plant fiber and make a rocket launcher. We could probably use MacGyver right now for our 7-day horde base. So we're going to knock out these 2 more pieces of dirt, and then we're going to run over to the forge. And I think I dropped my beer off at the house. So we need another stone axe. We're going to scrap this one. And run over to this forge. And make some iron. So that's almost 4 minutes to create that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I am probably, since our poor quality items, we're not able to mine a whole lot of iron right now. We're just going to smelt down these gun parts. They smelt pretty quickly here in the forge. All right. Something else you can do to boost your iron up a little bit by smelting the gun parts that you don't need. So we certainly have a lot of those in the house. Nice. So let's see, let's repair this. So it dropped us down a good bit, but that's okay. It's still better than something we could create ourselves. So let's see how many blocks we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll probably go one more down. And while we're doing this, we could be making more cobblestone. We need a few frames. Let's see, we need about yeah, we'll make 9 to start out with and see where we're at, and then we can make 200 of those. Let's just make 100 more right now. So I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I have gone over in my time for this episode. I kind of get wrapped up in what I'm doing. Let's stop it here, and we'll pick up on day 4 with trying to get more of the 7-day horde bunker done. Thank you for joining. Come back again, absolutely. See what we can get done in the next couple days and what it's like to take on that 7-day horde. All right, take care.